what attracts you to an athlete when you're looking to pick up like a sponsor or an athlete to sponsor?
So the first thing is, I'm going to be completely honest, girls, and I'm going to explain why though. Years ago, I'm going to shout him out because I love him and he's an icon. Jay Cutler said to me, "Why are you going out and hiring other bodybuilders and paying them a lot of money to just basically be the secondhand version of you?" And I said, "Well, I'm trying to get the guys that are like relevant now." And he said, "Yes, but bodybuilding is the same as when Arnold was doing it versus when I was doing it versus when you were doing it. You know, the principles are there. Work hard, diet hard, train hard, take your supplements, be the best that you can be." So people are smart enough to know that when you're bringing these other people on, this is already your company, they know, oh, this guy is just getting paid by PJ to say that. And I thought that that was pretty profound at the time. And I did go away from it for a little while. And as time went on, people would say things to me. They would say, you know, like, "I just want to do what you say. You're the one who made the products in the first place. I just want to listen to you." And so going back to the women, I kind of felt that, well, I kind of got the guys. They're going to listen to me no matter what. Like, yes, I can bring on other popular people. Of course, I'm in a position where I can pay these guys, yes, to then be a part of what I'm doing. But that seems to be the easy part. Now, the harder part is not just convincing women why they should be using your products, but convincing women why they should be using the same products as everybody else. Now, it's gotten a little bit easier for two reasons. Number one, I find that nowadays women seem to be more passionate about training and working out than they ever have been before. So 20 years ago, when I used to go into the gym, there was no Kay Grahams running around. There was one girl. Her name is Nicole Vitale. I'll remember her forever. She actually kind of looked like Kristen, and I might have told you that before. That I saw her in the Bronx. She went up to the squat rack, beautiful girl, took out 225 and just started doing it for a set of 10. And I was like, what the hell is going on? Like, you just didn't see that. And she didn't care that all the bodybuilder guys were there. And I went over to her and I started speaking to her and I was like, "Man, you're strong. You don't care. You just go out there and train." And she's like, "I'm here to get big." And I wound up dating her for 5 years, but I was like, "Man, that's really cool. We need more girls like you." Well, 20 years later, there are so many women like that now that they don't want to have some bullshit girl supplement. They want the same shit that the guys have because, first of all, not only do everybody want to be seen as equals now, but a lot of the girls that I know, they want to be better than the guys. They want to be stronger than the guys. They want to be able to outlift the guys. They want to be the one that says, "I made this guy puke. This guy couldn't hang with me." So when I design products for everyone. So when I'm looking for athletes now, and I'm sorry, guys, I love having my guys too, but I'm looking for that type of woman that can inspire people. And so when you look at the Blackstone Labs athletes, right, people always say PJ has a specific type. He likes porno-y looking girls. And the funny thing is, the most productive athletes that we have, and I've said this numerous times, the two most productive female athletes that we have are Jenna Geary and Kay Graham, who are more muscular than your average woman. Yes, you guys have boobs. Yes, you guys are pretty. You still have the femininity, but you train very, very hard. And you're almost like tomboyish in the sense that you're there to kick ass, and that's it. And that is where fitness is going. And I saw it huge when CrossFit first started becoming a thing. Everybody talked shit about CrossFit, right? They were like, "What is this shit? What is this shit?" I didn't look at it like that. I was like, wait a minute. This has the potential to be huge because you're taking a lot of women who maybe they played sports in high school. Maybe they were gymnasts and they just don't know what to do now, but they want to be competitive and do something, but they don't want to go bodybuild. They just want to be able to compete hard. They have that competitive edge. Well, now they have a spot to do it. And you started seeing that CrossFit type of physique, the woman side of it, just really, really, really evolve. Way more than the guy's side. Way more than the guy's side. You started seeing women on the CrossFit Games that you were like, "Damn, these girls are freaking specimens." And now you go to the gym, and I truly think that there are more impressive women than there are men in the gym. So since I know I got the men's spot on lock, if you look at my sales, 18 to 25 are about 55% of our sales, and they're guys. 25 to 34 are about 35% of our sales. So we're literally doing almost 90% of our sales to young men. That other 10% is women that are all spaced out in age that need to be tapped into more. Now, industry standard is about 80-20. So that tells me I'm not even hitting industry standard. So that drives me crazy. So if it looks like I'm consistently going out and looking for more women, it's because I know that that market is there and that there are millions and millions of girls that want to be led the right way. They just might not have the right people leading them yet. And that is what I want. That is what I want to see with Black Swans. I already know that we're going to get the guys. Those guys listen to me. Now I need to have the girls that can be the quote-unquote female PG Brauns that spend their message the right way. And then we bring it all together as a team. And with the exception of one product, literally, Harmonize, I design everything for everybody. Yes, there are certain things that a woman probably can't take, but we have women all the time prove that, guess what? I was taking your pro hormones. I didn't have any bad side effects. I actually felt amazing. I got jacked, and I'm going to keep on doing it. So that old stigma of like women shouldn't be doing things that guys are doing and this and that, that's really old, outdated, just bad information. Everybody needs to be following the same principles. And when I'm looking for athletes, I'm looking for those girls that can get that message out. Sure, everybody loves to look at big asses and big tits. That's what Instagram really got famous for, right? Like every girl with a big ass has 1 million followers. You know what I mean? Every girl with a huge ass has 2 million followers. People say to me all the time, they're like, oh, you know so-and-so? And I'll look and see who it is. And they'll have like 2 million followers. And they're like, she's famous. And I'm like, no, The Rock is famous. She just has a huge ass and a lot of guys are looking at it and going like this and following her. That doesn't mean that you can carry a brand. I want the women who are educating and bringing other women in. So I just keep trying and trying and trying. I will keep on cycling in new women all the time in different sports. We have powerlifters like Quads Like Mom. We've got, you're a multi-sport athlete, Kay Graham. You know, Jenny Geary is a machine. Of course, we have our bikini competitors, wellness, all these different divisions. But I'm going for all of it. I'm a net fisherman. I'm just going to throw it out there and reel it all in and see which ones are good, and the ones that make it, and the ones that don't.
I think too with women, it's like you have to have this like perfect balance of like not only being strong and looking great, but then also like the social media side is like there's women that we've met. I remember we went to in Atlantic City and we met this random girl who was like bartending. And she was jacked. I mean, like she was like serving drinks and her arms were massive. I was like, oh my God, we talked about like fitness and everything. And, it said like, we talked about social media as of what's your Instagram handle. And it was basically like there was none. And so it's kind of, I think, difficult to find that athlete that not only can encompass fitness and be super strong and attractive, but then also be really good at social media, understanding how social media platforms work, how to gain an audience, how to push that audience in a certain direction.
Holding a conversation,
being able to talk on a camera, I think. So I think there's a hard balance. Like you got to find that girl that can do both and understand both in order to make a sponsored athlete or be appealing to a company.
But they have to want it. And I have found that the ones that want it will assert themselves on social media a lot. And I find that in actually many different spaces. And I'm going to give an example that some people might find this is a funny example, but it's at a very, very good point. There is a adult performer, and she is arguably the most famous amateur, as you know, the verified amateurs go. Miss Lexa is her name. And I reached out to her one day, and part of the reason why I reached out to her is because I could tell she works out hard. And I reached out to her one day, and I was like, big fan. I'd love to send you some products. I don't give a shit if you post them or not. That's not what it's about. Just a fan. And she responded back. We started speaking, and I could tell that it was her. And so after that, I sent her some products. Did not ask her to post at all. She thought the products were awesome, and she started posting on her own. Now, this is a person that makes plenty of money. Doesn't need shit from me at all. Just like the products, got behind them, and is managing her own account. So I said, it is very refreshing to meet somebody that's a big deal in their space like you are, that is still being candid and talking and doing the things that I try to pay people to do. And what she said meant so much to me, and I will never forget this because there needs to be more people that have this mindset. She said, well, you sent me some really good products. And the pre-workouts that I was using before, I was taking a couple scoops and not really noticing much. I only take half of yours. And my workouts are nuts, so they gotta be really, really good. The least I could do is post about it as a thank you. I mean, you sent them to me. And I said, you would not believe the amount of girls that are actually either getting paid or that's part of their job and don't do that. And here you are doing it just because you think it's the honorable thing to do. You, not only am I already a fan, but now I'm a fan of your character, because people like that are going to be the ones that go and make it in life. So there's no explanation why she's like that other than she's a good person and she has, morals and integrity. But that is what is going to make anyone thrive in any space. Believing in yourself, believing in others, doing what is the moral and right thing, and not feeling entitled, which social media creates a lot of entitlement now. Like, I look good, I got 1 million followers, you should be sending me whatever I want. Like, as successful as I am, and there are plenty of people that are more successful than me, when anyone gives me anything at all, even if they do not ask me to do shit about it, before I even open it, I get my camera ready and I'm like, I gotta do a thank you for this. This person sent me this. And that's burned into my heart and my brain, possibly because I'm a businessman, but also because I believe that it is the right thing to do. And so if you want to make it in social media and in business, you've got to understand that you can't be entitled. You've got to do the right thing. And it takes working and hustling and building a team and building camaraderie and bonds and relationships like this, because that circle always comes back to you over and over again.